Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I want to talk about how to never ever lose motivation to accomplish your goal. Motivation is super important, and in order for one to be motivated, a couple of things have to happen. First, you have to have a clear vision of what it is you'd like to accomplish, right? So I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm 29 years old, I'm 6'2", and I know for me, given roughly my genetics and my height and my age and all that stuff, I have a number in mind. I want to be about 195 pounds at around 6 or 7% body fat. At that, 195, 198 at around 6 to 7% body fat. At that point, I've reached pretty much the high end of my genetic potential for how lean I can be and how much muscle I can carry, right? It's not going to get much better than that. That's how much muscle I can have. That's about how much I'm going to weigh at that body fat percentage. It just is what it is. There might be a little bit of variation, but that's about what it is. But I know exactly pretty much what I'm going to look like when I get to that, and I know exactly how much fat I need to lose and how much muscle I need to gain, again, within a few pounds, to get to that point. So I have a very clear vision. So the first step is you have to figure out what your vision is for you. And maybe it doesn't have anything to do with aesthetics. Maybe it has something more to do with performance. Maybe your specific goal is to run a half marathon or a full marathon or to compete in a powerlifting competition. For most people, though, that goal is to just look better and feel comfortable in your own skin. So that's first. You have to have that vision. The second thing, and I think one could argue that this is really the more important of the two things, is you have to dig deeper and ask the question, why, repeatedly. So again, I'll use myself as an example. I painted that picture of my vision, right? 6'2", 195 to 198, about 7% body fat. Now, why do I want to accomplish that? Oh, because I'll look really good and I'll feel really good at that point. Yeah, that's true, but why? Why does looking really good and feeling good, energy-wise, why does that matter to me? Confidence. It's all about confidence, right? Not only confidence, but control, taking control of my body, my image, my self-image, and thereby taking control of my life and reclaiming my confidence and feeling comfortable in my own skin. I was a little pudgy, as a teenager, and I was very insecure about that. I had no confidence in myself, and I was made fun of, and that affected me. So part of the reason why I want to accomplish these things, it's not just to have that goal. It's not just to be, 6'2", 195 pounds, 6% body fat or whatever. That's not the real why. The why is because I just want to feel good about myself. Like I want to shatter that image I've had of myself for so long and be comfortable in my own skin and not sit here in a pair of jeans feeling self-conscious about, is my belly hanging over the edge of my jeans, or going to the pool and feeling embarrassed about taking my shirt off, or the beach, or whatever, right? I want that confidence. I want to feel good about myself. So for most people, they just want to feel good about themselves. You have to dig deeper and figure out that why for you. So when somebody asks you, I want to lose weight and I want to tone up, why? Why does that matter to you? Or if you're a male and you're kind of on the skinnier side. Let's say you're my height, you're 6'2", but you're like 160 pounds soaking wet. And I ask you what you want to accomplish, and you say, I want to get swole. I want to put on muscle. Why? Why do you want to put on muscle? Why does that matter to you? My guess is it's because you'll feel better about yourself. You'll look better, and as a result, you'll finally feel confident in your appearance. And that's something that many, many people are lacking. So dig deeper, find out why your avatar, right? Why your goal of how you want to look, why that's your goal. Dig deep, figure out what that pain point is. And then the last thing is you got to visualize, or I should say, try and feel in your mind just for a second how you'll feel when you accomplish that goal. Visualize yourself, if you're a guy shirtless at the pool and not embarrassed at all. In fact, totally comfortable in your own skin. Think about how that's going to feel. Latch onto that and don't lose that feeling, because motivation is going to wane at some point. Training sometimes sucks. It's not always fun. And you have to have that feeling, that memory of that feeling to latch onto when times are tough, when it's 10 o'clock at night and you're starving and you already had all your calories for the day, or it's 6 in the morning and you don't want to go run hills, or you don't want to go lift. You want to sleep. Man, I've been there. Heck, I was there today. You gotta remember that feeling and don't let it go, because that will keep you motivated. Not just saying, oh, I want to be ripped, I want to be shredded, or I want to be jacked. Or, nobody cares. You don't care about that. You care about how it's going to make you feel. So hold on to that feeling. Don't let it go, and you will never ever lose motivation. I promise you. So hopefully you found that helpful. Be sure to go to my website, www.currentfitnesssystems.com, for more really great free content. If you found this valuable, please hit like and share and spread the word on how to be awesome. Thanks very much. Take care.